Hello, how is everyone doing today? Good?
Yep, we're good.
Horrible. Okay.
I'm shocked right now.
Okay, well, let's start the right way. Here we are with episode 11.
The winter special.
The year in review of Stewing It. And we've titled this because last time Max was in the title, this time Dena's in the title. It's Dena's 11, no, really 12. So
that's so corny.
It's corny?
Yeah.
It's a dad joke. It's my job. It's a dad joke. So we're going to introduce ourselves for the first time listener because as the great Stan Lee, whose birthday just passed, said that every issue is someone's first comic book and every episode is someone's first podcast. So, young man, can you introduce yourself?
I'm a Max Greenberg.
You're Max Greenberg. And tell me a little bit about yourself.
I follow sports very well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the only one in the family that actually pays attention every day for news.
On sports.
Yes.
Okay. So, young lady, can you introduce yourself?
Look in the title. I'm there. No need to introduce.
You're in the title, so you don't need to introduce yourself.
No need for introduction.
And on the ones and twos, we have our good friend Ming Chen, TV's Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody? It's an honor to be here for another live episode of the Stewing It podcast.
Well,
welcome back, guys.
Thank you, Ming. I think we found a format. That's not to say that we're not going to change it up in the new year. I hope to get our good friend Dave, New Jersey Bat Dave, back in the studio with us. And then we were just at George from Revere Picture Framing.
Very good place.
Very good place. And we're planning on having crossover episodes of Stewing It and Framed in Jersey. So we can look forward to that. That's looking forward, but let's, talk about the year in review. That's our plan. Before we go anywhere,
we have a ton of reviewing is going to be the episode, and
we certainly
spoilers alert for a ton of things.
Before we go anywhere, this was the first time you heard the theme to Stewing It. Any reaction?
Oh, yes. Very nice.
Yes.
It sounds like you're at a circus.
Then I think that.
And I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like sounding at a circus.
Well. For now, we're just for this moment. This is still the Stewing It podcast, so I love it. And do you love it?
Oh yeah, it's actually very nice. So it's something I would find. It's something I would find
at a
find in a suspenseful moment in a DC movie.
Nope.
Okay.
Good story writing.
So let me tell you, I have a very good friend, a gentleman who helped me get my first official job. Dangerous Dr. Dan Lockhart, who lives in Indianapolis, who is one of the best market researchers I know. And when he retired, he decided that he was going to be a musician. And Dan made that song.
Oh, very nice.
Isn't that great? So that shows if you want to do something, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. I mean, because Dan was a great market researcher. He retired. He had some time. And he decided to become a great musician, and he is. He plays a variety of instruments. I'm going to post on the Stewing It page links to Dan's songs, but he has a lot of songs. He does a lot of worldwide collaborations, so really some neat stuff. But what we're going to do today is we're going to do some reviewing. And let me say, there will be spoilers. We're going to be talking about The Mandalorian. And we're going to be talking about Wonder Woman, and there will be spoilers. So
if you haven't had a chance to go see those films, I'd suggest that you would do that, then come back to the podcast.
That will be never because let's see, Wonder Woman is over 2 hours long, and this is only going for an hour. So,
but once something is on the internet, it stays forever. So when you're grown up. I am going to show you these podcasts.
I'm not gonna be watching.
I'll probably do a
for an
reaction
hour.
No,
to them.
no.
I could probably react to them over if I had my own.
Oh
Yes,
my
exactly.
God, you
So
really
so
are.
for now, why don't we talk about The Mandalorian? We're now done with season 2. What's your overall reaction?
First of all, last time Daddy said that Baby Yoda or now Grogu
It's going to is a
um,
clone.
I was wrong. It's been known to happen. I was wrong with the clone
I've
theory.
been counting your thing. You're pretty much over time you're in guessing things would happen. You're actually 40% in guessing your things of keeping over time.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
you are.
Well, I would hope I could be 50% because that's a coin flip.
Yes.
Okay. So what did you think of The Mandalorian, Max?
Very, very, very intriguing with amazing characters and very good, and also and very nice appeal to EU, which is expanded universe,
Okay.
also known as Legends.
Okay.
Legends. They brought the Dark Troopers back. They were they're Phase 3 Dark Troopers.
Now, my understanding is that the Phase 3 Dark Troopers have minimal to none human. They're not human. They're now fully droid.
Well, some of them are like in Legends. They were known to have human infused into them, or they were just humans, and they would have like a giant turbo laser cannon.
Okay.
And that only the suit could pick up, so it would have an overwhelming fire thing. They're pretty much like like those giant I can't remember what they were called, what clone troopers they were called, but they had like the giant armor. They could easily destroy like separatist holdouts. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty much like that. Like Phase 1 was had like all the wiring exposed, which made it easy for that. Phase 2, it wasn't big enough. So what did the Imperials have to do? Make things bigger. So they made them bigger, and did that.
Okay.
And one downside of them is they are vulnerable to EMP blasters. So.
Okay. So you know quite a bit about it.
Oh yes, I've been doing my research for over a year now.
Okay. What are your thoughts, Dena?
It was good.
It was good. That is high praise from Dena.
Wait.
So, wait. Okay. I'm sorry. There's a conditional.
Yes.
Tell me.
I didn't like the end of the last episode.
Why is that?
Because why did Grogu have to leave? Why couldn't the Mandalorian just come with him?
Yes. That was surprising. That was
Yeah.
surprising. But more importantly, who did Grogu go with? Spoilers. But
Luke.
who did he go with?
Luke. Wait. Also, Luke wouldn't be that young.
No.
It's only
Endor,
Exactly.
Battle of Endor.
Mhm.
It's like
Which
I believe
means Luke would be-
1880.
Oh my God! You have to interrupt me.
I'm sorry.
Let Dena make her case.
The reason why Luke would have been 5 years older, which means he'd start getting gray hair.
Okay. I mean, but aside from that one detail, it looked pretty
And
good.
wait.
No. Okay. Sorry.
And C-3PO should have been there.
Okay.
No,
but
no, he
but hang on. My understanding is that in the X-wing, there's only room for Luke as the pilot and gunner, and R2-D2.
Okay, then
But
how
how
about this? How is he gonna fit Grogu? He can't sit on his lap. the whole
Besides-
time.
Well,
Also,
there you
Grogu
go.
would
That's
have probably destroyed the X-wing because he would probably want beep boop on all the buttons and print. He may have ejected R2.
okay. That's a good point. You found a logical fallacy.
And wait,
Also,
how would Luke be able to beat all those Dark Troopers? He'd also have someone else because they could have flanked him. And
Okay.
now he also
Okay. So let me.
oh wait! I'm not done
okay,
yet. I'm
please,
not done.
you're not done?
Where
I'm
was
not done
R2?
yet.
Where was R2?
R2 was in the pod that he sits in.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. When he was fighting them, where was R2? And when he got in the elevator, no R2.
Well, he came later.
there.
Nope. But when he came out of the elevator, when he came in, R2 was there.
Wow. If you're finding these gaps in The Mandalorian, just wait until we start talking about Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So let me
Also,
ask you,
also, Daddy,
please.
I very spoiler alert if anyone hasn't seen the original trilogy. When they go to Tatooine, guess who comes out? It's good Aldor 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
boss,
true.
his motivator was now fixed, and you can see the stain mark.
So let me ask you this. I saw the first Star Wars, which was Episode 4, A New Hope, when I was 12. So
Didn't we all?
well, and
Not you.
well,
yeah.
well, bear with me, and I liked that movie so much. It was in the Rockaway Mall, and I watched that movie, and the first thing I thought when I got out of when the movie was done, I was like, this is the greatest movie that's ever been made. There doesn't need to be another movie. My second thought was, how can I convince Grandma Marcia to wait another 2 hours at the mall so I could see it again? So it was very magical and very important to me when I was 12.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you find it better than Star Trek?
I did. Because I
That's
think what happens is I don't remember when Star Trek the Motion Picture came out. It was around the same time, but I think that Star Wars for me was more magical. I wasn't really into Star Trek when I was younger. I got more into it as I got older. So, as someone who is 12 and got to experience Luke Skywalker and all that, how did that make you feel when you saw him?
Oh my! It brought me back to the first time when I actually did see the first Star Wars movie.
Me too.
And that was that was the prequels.
Okay.
Confused.
All right.
To get very confused.
And what did you think? How did you respond when you saw that?
Well, first of all, Disney's regenerator thingy is weird. It does absolutely make no sense. Here's why. Because Luke, you know how normal people talk with their hands, right?
Yeah.
Luke would say something, and then in the next second, his hands would do it. So that's how you know.
So you don't like the de-aging technology?
No.
Okay.
Because
All right.
it's not precise.
Okay.
It's like, oh, look at R2.
Okay.
Right? His hand wouldn't be there, and then it would be there like 5 seconds later.
So the look of Luke took you out of the moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also, another thing. Bo-Katan was about to shoot Luke.
Yeah. Well, they didn't know who it was.
But how about this?
Well, what did you think? Now, it was Bo-Katan, it was Cara Dune, it was what's her name? Fennec?
Yeah.
Fennec Shad?
Mhm.
And what is Bo-Katan's lieutenant's name?
I don't know. I'm not even a big Star Wars
Okay.
fan.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so-
that's a new character. That's
Okay,
a new
so
person
now
because
what-
they changed. They
Yeah.
changed it all. Also, what happened to the other person that was?
Well,
with her?
yeah,
Yeah,
he-
what about that, huh?
He might have been in the bathroom. I don't know. But what did you think?
Wait.
Yes.
How could he be in the bathroom and they would have left without him, huh?
Okay.
Huh?
Well,
Ooh.
it's been known to happen. But so what did you think of those four characters taking on that whole light cruiser? It was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They ruined the landing chute.
Yeah, they did.
Well, also, how did the Mandalorian take on one Dark Trooper and when the other ones were about to break through? And if they were injected into space, they would have all died because of this. Their armor. Space, well, I think there's like something in space where it can automatically kill you.
But they were droids, so they weren't.
No, but as Max said, they were
Some of them-
humans infused into droids.
Okay.
So there you
All right.
Well,
So-
some of them were. Some
well-
of them were just straight up droids in canon, as we know it.
Okay.
Because again, Disney loves to change things, as we know it.
All right. So now, did you watch the post-credit scene, right?
Yes, I like that.
You like that? That was pretty cool.
Wait, but this. How about this?
What's
How
that?
could that weird slug guy have heard rumors?
That's Bib Fortuna.
Bib Fortuna took
Okay,
over
yeah,
Jabba's role.
How in
Yeah,
the world did he survive?
Well,
Yeah.
he became the crime lord. He was
Well, he's really bad at committing crimes anyway.
he was.
No, they just run in and have their henchmen do it. That's
Wait-
pretty much
wait a
running
minute.
crime
That's
syndicate.
lazy.
Wait a minute. So
Yeah.
what happens is Bib Fortuna was
Jabba's number 2.
Jabba's number 2. So
And then
he
he also
knew.
had Boba, his favorite he had Boba's favorite hunter, and then he had Han, his favorite smuggler.
So he had all that information. So when Jabba was out of the picture, Bo Fortuna took over. So he was the crime lord.
Wait, I thought this. Didn't Jabba have a son at one point?
Yeah, he had
He-
Rana, but then that. But
Didn't
then
he, in one of the cartoons? I
yeah,
think.
yeah, he had he had Rudder the Hutt. Yeah, and then he was and then the Republic got him. But then the Separatists made it look like they were kidnapping him, so that way he joined them.
Oh, all right. So, but what happened is now, I guess, Boba Fett is the crime lord.
Yes, he is.
He's not
That's
gonna
cool.
be
No?
the crime lord.
He
Here's
should've-
why he's good, huh? He's good because he works with the Mandalorian.
He works for the Mandalorian.
He works with the Mandalorian.
With the Mandalorian.
Not for.
So,
In
so
Legends he does become the ruler when the Yuuzhan Vong invade.
okay. So when I first saw it, and I will be totally honest with our internet friends. You were at Mom's house, and I watched it immediately because spoilers.
Oh, he
And-
can't wait. to
So I
watch
could
it.
not wait because I looked at Twitter and I start seeing things and I'm like, you know what? So I watched it, but I watched it again with you. Didn't we watch it again?
Mhm.
That was cool. So, but I was not sure if the Book of Boba Fett was going to be the Mandalorian season 3 or if it was going to be a separate series. And I
It's a
think
separate series.
it is a separate series.
It's a book.
Well,
No, it's a
it's
TV
going to be
show.
a series. So what happens is that means we're going to have at least two Star Wars series, and then they're going to do like an Obi-Wan
To stop
series.
you for a minute, Daddy, Max,
Please.
can you stop breathing into the mic? Sorry.
I think I might be breathing into the mic.
Whoever it is, please stop.
Okay, then I will stop doing it. Thank you. So, as the folks who've seen my fan videos know, that I breathe into the mic pretty heavy. So,
Yeah.
yes. It's a complaint that Donna and Dave have, and I have to hold my breath when I'm filming it. It happens. It happens. So, okay. Do we have anything else to say about The Mandalorian?
Yes.
Please.
How did Jabba the Hutt find, not Jabba the Hutt, oops, Boba Fett find that girl, Bogue or something, and repair her?
No,
Well-
in season 1 he came across her and took her, and then found out that she could be a helpful servant of his.
That is, Dena, you brought up an interesting point, and I think that's the basic kind of,
I'm not done.
I'm
Wouldn't
sorry.
Boba Fett want to hide his identity because people would be looking for him to kill him?
Yes.
So how would he get the parts? He'd have to send somebody in, and they'd have to know him. And she's also, because, wait, was she shot or something?
Yes.
Yeah, she was
Because
shot
she-
by that boy.
Wait,
You know, that guy
wait.
that got flanked
Okay.
and shot by
Wait,
Amanda.
Max. She would have died almost immediately.
Well, what happened?
So-
That's artistic license. What is more an issue for me is that these guys are going to all these planets, and they all end up right in the same town. So I mean but that's part of this Star Wars storytelling.
Yeah,
So-
but then that's not realistic. Because,
Because
she would have died instantly.
Speaking of not realistic, maybe shall we move to Wonder Woman?
Oh my
Oh
god!
my goodness.
Okay. So
Oh my
let
goodness.
me-
I won't be probably after this or a long time after this, well, and probably into the new year, I'm going to be seeing the first Wonder Woman movie, and then I'm going to have my true complaints.
Okay. So but let's
I'm just
focus.
taking on what
let-
everyone else is
Let's
saying.
focus on Wonder Woman 84. I really want to like this movie. I really
This
want
could
to
have
like this movie.
made or break DC's very good position right now. They came off of a very good, successful
Aquaman.
movie between Aquaman, and then they had Shazam. That was very good. I haven't seen that.
But you've heard. Yeah.
Yes, but I've heard it's very good. And then this. You can honestly just kiss all those money that you're making goodbye, because I heard that they're making a new Batman movie.
Yes, but
Lovely.
they are. But why don't we talk about Wonder Woman 84? What were your thoughts, Dena?
Horrible.
Okay, in what way? What really?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk about how Wonder Woman was wearing a metal like armor kind
Yes.
of thing, and she got electrocuted.
That
Wouldn't
should've
she?
been
No,
in-
wait, Max. I'm not done. And this is what Daddy was saying when we were not on live. Don't interrupt me.
Okay,
Um.
don't interrupt each other.
Cheetah wasn't like it would have like gone to Cheetah a little bit, and she wouldn't have like died, like. But Wonder Woman would have died because it would have like struck her hard because she was wearing metal.
Yes. So it.
Oh, and Warner DC's offense, she's an Amazon princess. She's
Okay.
immortal. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
She would at least be badly hurt or have a scar.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Which
Oh, and also your wish. You would never be able to renounce your wish if
Okay.
you were in real life.
Okay.
Because it's done. A wish is made.
What? Any other general thoughts?
Oh, yeah. The cheetah was really, really bad. I didn't like it.
Why now? Now you are a cat person,
Yeah, no. It was
so
awful.
you did not. What didn't you like about the cheetah?
Everything. She went from a sweet, like, loving person to obsessed with being Diana, and then with, like, a really weird person obsession, and then she just became a bad guy and, like, I guess was, like, I don't know. And also her face and the costume was ugly.
Okay. Okay. So Max, what was your thoughts in general about the movie?
It kind of didn't make sense. Like again, as we've all knew.
Well, we've talked about it ourselves, but we haven't discussed it on the podcast. So
And then apparently her boyfriend was a World War I pilot. How could he fly a jet?
and
That's 70 years of technology advance. He would only know how to fly a biplane.
and actually,
and at most, the most technological he could have flown was a P-50. You could fly a P-50 Mustang at most.
Okay.
Because it's a single powered, single wing. You should at least be able to try and fly that.
but speaking about that and going back to the issue you had with the X-wing, last time I looked, fighter planes did not have side-by-side seating. You would have seating in the front, and then
in the back.
Maverick would be in the front and Goose would be in the back, and so what happens is that didn't make sense to me. So
Yeah.
so
Here's what
continue.
also didn't make sense to me. How could she love Max Lord? Like, that makes
who
absolutely...
loved Max Lord?
The cheetah.
Okay.
That makes...
Well, I
no
think they were trying to use each other for their own means. So,
Oh.
all right. Now, what I do want to say is that all the actors really tried their hardest, and I'm not gonna pick on the acting. I think that
They did a good job.
they did a good job. The
It was just the scripts that were horrible.
exactly.
And storyline wasn't
Exactly.
very-
So
story wasn't very good.
I want to be clear that like the beginning scene on Paradise Island with the young Diana was thrilling.
Wait,
Yeah, that
that's
was
the
good.
name of the that's the name of the Amazon
Yes,
island.
Max. Oh, and the post-credit scenes made no sense.
Well, that's because we haven't watched the 1970s Wonder Woman.
I have. No, I did.
So do you know who
the
that?
World War
do you know
One one.
do you know
that
who
World War One girl?
Asteria?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was Linda Carter from the original Wonder Woman.
Oh, very nice.
That was pretty awesome.
Yes,
I like that a lot.
Another child moment for Daddy.
Exactly.
Really.
So
Nostalgia.
So what happens is that I think that Gal Gadot did a wonderful job. Kristen Wiig did a wonderful job. Pedro Pascal did as good a job as he can with the role he was given. All the other actors did. I think that for me the problem was, just
Was the cheetah was too much.
well, yes, I think that in general, the theory is that when you have a fantasy or science fiction film, you set up a worldview, and everything has to be consistent within that worldview. And the wishing stone was inconsistent.
Yes. Wait, but my question is, how did he make the wish to be the stone?
Well, that was
Wait. Because if he wanted to be the stone, then he would be the stone.
Exactly.
Literally, he would be in the stone.
He would be in the stone. So that's an excellent point. Also, what happens is that they were very fast and loose with details. Like, for example, for a movie set in 1984, there were no, I don't know, Ming, if you heard any 80s songs on the soundtrack. I mean,
No, they were all like normal, like 2000 songs.
There were absolutely no 80s songs on the soundtrack, which baffled me. They used New Order's Blue Monday in the trailer,
Yeah.
which got me really excited, right?
Yeah.
But then, no 80s songs on the soundtrack. Made no sense to me.
For someone who was in high school and college in the 80s, there were so many songs that could be used.
So many.
And and also what happened is that the mall scene was interesting, but if you
That made no sense.
okay,
the mall-
why did that not make sense?
Because Wonder Woman would have ended up with the stone, not the FBI. Also, how would a jeweler hide that in the back room?
Of a mall.
Yeah, and how
Good
would
point.
the FBI know about it?
Good point. What
If they kept it a secret?
They
What
know.
I-
They know of the government knows of everything, Dena. And
that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
But so what I was going to say is that the mall scene was interesting, but there were two things that bothered me. If they tried to make it look like the 80s, but only in the most cursory way, I mean, it kind of looked like the 80s, but if you look at it closely, there were
It's
anachronisms.
just a regular mall.
And then also, we have to talk. What's the deal with the whip slinging? I mean, Wonder Woman. I've never seen that before. That Wonder Woman gets around by being like Spider Woman by like swinging.
Oh yeah. Because it's like she figures out how to fly at the end, which makes absolutely no sense.
Well, I
son.
mean, what
That's in sync, Dena.
if you go back to the source material, and at some points in the comics, Wonder Woman can fly. But I mean, to me,
why don't we take a look at some Wonder Woman comics?
Well, I actually have the DC Universe membership, so we can look at it digitally. So we
Okay,
can do
let's
that.
do that then.
We will do that. So any other thoughts on Wonder Woman?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just.
Okay.
The ancient thing. Max, how did the ancient Egyptians been crashed? Roman Empire. And in the movie they said, the wishing stone ended them.
Yeah.
How did the Mayans? Probably conquered.
No,
Yes.
I know they were all like Egypt conquered by the Roman Empire. Romans conquered by
The Greeks, I think?
No, the Greeks became a state in the Roman Empire.
Oh.
Empire. They were conquered by a German tribe, which kick-started the medieval times. The Mayans, the Spanish invaded them. They took out
See?
them, then the Aztecs, then the Incas, and they took over South America
Okay.
because they had guns.
Not
That's
the
pretty much how-
wishing stone.
So-
that didn't do anything.
So
It was
should we?
Christopher Columbus came in and Spain had the time of their lives, and then England and Dutch and like.
Okay. Should we
keep
conclude this part on?
Oh
on
yeah,
the
okay,
review?
yeah. Let's just.
There's just
So-
too many bad things about Wonder
Well,
Woman.
and like I said, I what I want to stress is that
I can't find.
it really looks like people were trying hard, but it's just there were a lot of logical gaps, and we could talk about that for.
What about the Alvester thing? His son. How did he get to run away? And
Yeah.
how did he how was he? Wait, that makes no sense. He was in
Exactly.
like an underground bunker with his dad, and then he was in this like store, and then he was like in the middle of nowhere
Okay.
with the tornado with the nuclear thing warning.
So-
and then he was back with his dad, which made no
Patty
sense.
Jenkins for Wonder Woman 3. I think you have your new story editor. Okay. So all right. So we're about halfway through our time, and we have lots of other things to talk about. One of the things I want to cover is that because this is the last show of 2020, that we should.
Yay.
Exactly. I would like to
also
do.
get the.
I would like to do a year in review, and so why don't we do this? Why don't we think about things that were not the way we wanted them
Oh
to
yeah,
be.
I wanted to go to London so bad. It sounded so fun.
Yeah.
They could have still had the London ballpark from 2019.
Well, so
Can we not talk
so
about baseball for
what-
once? Man?
what happened was you had a wonderful trip with your mom planned to London, and unfortunately, it had to be canceled.
Yeah.
On the
We didn't
other
get our
hand,
money back.
what?
Delta Airlines didn't even give our money back.
You know, we don't need to go over those particular details. Okay.
No, they did.
But
They eventually
we don't,
did.
honey, we don't need to go over those particular details. But, you know, in addition to the trip to London, we unfortunately had to cancel our trip to Terrificon.
Yay! I don't like
Don't-
going to Connecticut.
Okay. All right. Park it, honey. So what happens
the
is,
car.
And I don't
what
like,
happens
I
is,
don't
is
like
that
Mohegan
let,
Sun
let me
anyway.
say this. In my defense, what we were going to do this year, where we were going to have other fun activities on top of Terrificon. And I think that I know you say you don't care for it, but when we're there, it looks like you're having at least a little bit of fun.
Oh, you think going to Comic Cons is fun?
I do.
That's sitting that's standing up for like an hour
Okay.
and looking at stuff. You can't even touch it. You can't even.
Well,
You can't even
okay.
like.
That's
do what you
hindsight's
want with it.
2020.
Once again, to our listening audience, this is 12. I'm gonna really be in trouble at 16.
Yes, you
Or
are.
you
When
can
I
just-
figure
I am.
out how to
So-
drive
So
and never go to Comic Cons.
okay,
That'd be
well,
like extreme.
okay. Regardless of your editorial comments on Comic Cons, we missed a vacation. Whether or not you would have been happy
I
100%
missed
of
the
the time.
regular 162 game season.
Exactly.
Yes!
There was a disruption in sports.
Park it, please, Dena.
We also had to do virtual school, right?
Oh my god.
That was rough, right?
Yes,
And-
and yes.
And we had and obviously what we don't need to go into detail, but this past year has been very tragic and it affected a lot of people and people.
Especially the world of baseball. We lost
Okay,
a ton of
but
Max,
but not
for
only
once.
okay, but not only baseball.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
I know that's super important to you, and but that's part of the overall issue. What happened is
a ton of people died.
a ton of people died. So that's unfortunate. I mean, that's why.
Cameras.
That's why, right now we are without our masks, but we have them right in front of us, and we are socially distanced from Ming. And I know, as we said last time, that Ming has as big of a pop culture collection. You have a cleaning supply collection. So we're in a very safe kind of situation here. But unfortunately, a lot of people were really negatively affected. I mean, people.
Like the Great Australian toilet paper.
Oh yeah, people fought each
Wrestling
other
tour.
for toilet paper.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what happens? What happens is.
Tournament happened.
No, I mean it's unfortunate. That a lot of people lost their jobs. There was a lot of disruptions in
Yeah,
industry.
our mom lost her job, but then got it back.
Well,
thankfully.
that mom, I'm super glad. That was very fortunate.
Yeah, we
But,
had
you know-
rises and drops, and once we thought that it might be that it was a straight dash to the finish, we had another rise in COVID cases.
Exactly. So
Still rising.
so we know that there were negatives. Can we talk about positive things we learned this year? What are some
That I'm
positive?
an
Take things for
introvert.
granted.
Not to take things for granted. That's right.
That I'm an introvert and like to stay home.
Well, yes, but
And I like pajamas, like really, really snuggly pajamas, and I love the winter.
okay, all right. Well, that's looking at it in terms of positive. I
That and then
think
we got to spend time together.
exactly. I think we got to spend time together. That I was fortunate enough that I could work from home, so I didn't have to commute, and that was better
The
for the.
discovery of working from home like all the time now.
Yeah. So-
This is like a negative / positive thing. Our friend's dog died,
Oh no.
which was really, really sad. But then they got a new ones that we love them a lot.
Okay. Well, that's a positive. That's
a
making
negative positive.
exactly. So what happens is that we're spending more time together, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we've had the chance to do a number of these.
Oh, and I've discovered that fruit flies really hurt.
Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
When you get bit by a fruit
once
fly.
a fruit fly bit me.
Oh, do you remember when we were walking during the summer and that horse fly
Oh
bit me?
my god.
Yeah, that was that.
And then Daddy had to chase it away.
Yeah, I had to do the ouchie dance.
Oh, Daddy had to do the ouchie 500 dance.
Okay. So in general,
Oh, and I figured out that Max is really good with voice impressions. Do the bad guy laugh.
oh, you've learned your new skill. Will you do your bad guy
Oh,
laugh?
yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. For all my voiceover friends, you've got a rising star here. So we have Patty Jenkins, story editor, and then
Yes.
maybe we can ask Ralph Garman about how we can get Max into voiceover. So okay. What are things we're looking forward to?
Oh, the
And
Mustang Mach-E coming out.
the what now?
The Mustang Mach-E coming out in 2021.
The Mustang
Mach-E.
Mach-E. What is that, Max?
It's an electric Mustang.
Okay.
I have another really good thing.
Wait 1 minute, Dena.
Okay.
Why are you looking forward to this car
the-
coming out?
It's the new Mustang of the 2020s. It's the new Mustang. It's the first Mustang of the new decade.
Are you car shopping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm getting a car in like 6 years.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
You gotta be prepared.
yeah.
You're a diabolical plan.
Maybe you should start saving your money.
Oh yes, I'm saving my money. I have like $100.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very
I have
nice. Good job.
$175.
Wow.
I know. I saved up.
All right,
and
you're buying dinner. So
Yes, you are.
No, I'm
No?
not. I'm
Okay.
never gonna do
Why
that.
don't, why don't you
Okay,
pay for
can I say
McDonald's?
Of
something
course.
else? I found a passion, learning languages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dena learned Korean.
Korean, and I know a little bit of French, and obviously Spanish. I've been learning that.
Okay.
And I'm learning a little bit of Italian, and hopefully I might, when I'm in high school, I might choose to do Mandarin.
Mandarin.
And I know Hebrew too. Yeah.
You're working at that. Well, that leads up to
I'm not looking forward to my banana.
We're having.
I'm scared straight for
Same
that.
here.
well-
I honestly don't like to sing in front of people.
Well, we're gonna all work on it together. This upcoming year is the year that Max and Dena will have their bar and bat mitzvah, which is the
Also known
religious
as a
ceremony.
B'nai Mitzvah.
The name
It's called a name
for both of
yeah.
you. So that's coming up. I mean,
And ironically, we have the same Torah Parsha as our mom.
well, what happens is that because Max and Dena's birthdays are very close to their moms,
Not that close.
Well, I mean,
It's like hers is like I think the 23rd or the 29th.
well,
No,
it
22nd.
doesn't
oops.
matter whose birthday is when. But what happens is that because your birthdays are relatively close together, then you have the same scripture to read as
It's
part
called
of.
Torah portion.
Exactly.
But
Well,
like for us, it's a Torah Parsha, I guess.
What I'm trying to do is, you've become very, very knowledgeable. I'm trying to help the people who are not as knowledgeable as you
Oh.
understand. And what this is the rite of passage between childhood and adulthood religiously. So it's a big deal, right?
oh yeah, it's a very
Yeah,
big
our
deal.
cousin Gwendolyn is having hers in April.
Well, that's lovely. You can see how she does. And
Oh
that-
yeah,
all right.
I'm nervous straight.
Well, that's. Let me say something. That's only natural. I mean, for me, to get up and talk in front of people.
I
that's
don't
But
like
you
to
always-
do
do,
that
but you do
either.
that like all the time.
Yes.
Well, what
I've
happens
never
is
done that.
I had to start somewhere, and what I do is I'm on the advisory board of the Market Research Conference, and
Does
I
that
get
mean
up.
that you have a high position?
What?
Does that mean you have a
Well,
high position?
I help the organization with what they're going to do at the conference. So,
Have you
what
ever
hap-
invested in stock?
No,
I'm-
it's not that kind of organization. But we digress. What I'm basically saying is that I don't like getting up in front and talking to people. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. And let me tell you something. And what I found was a breakthrough for me is that, and everybody will say, you say this all the time, this is your go-to thing, but I think it was a big breakthrough for me to feel confident enough to be on Comic Book Men with, Ming and Mike and Brian
you
and
say
Walt.
this every
I know.
month.
Textbook answer.
It's my touch point. But I'll tell you the truth. For me, that was a big kind of leap forward. And because I did that, because I took a chance, we now have our good friend Ming. We have our good friend Mike. We have Walt and Brian. And we know all the other
and
people.
Have you seen your picture, like your drawing that your friend did for you?
Yes, it's nice.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
going to post that as well. I'll post that as well.
Yes, you'll
So-
have. Yes, you'll see the amazing artwork. It's better than my art show work.
So basically, what happens is what I'm saying is because I took a chance and I went outside of my comfort zone, I ended up getting a lot of friends. I mean, Laura in St. Louis and DJ and I can't mention everybody, Mike and all these people that I got to know because I moved outside of my comfort range and went on to the TV show. So I think that what you're going to find, yes, it's scary. Yes, it's a lot of work, but you're going to get a lot of value of it over and above just the religious significance. Okay?
Yeah, but also it's not going to be just my friends there and like family, obviously. It's going to be a whole boatload of random people.
Well, not random people. It's going to be people that we know from the congregation. So
But I don't know everyone from the congregation.
You know what?
I don't even know half the
we
congregation.
we will work on it. We have 10 months. We'll work on it. So that's something that we have to look forward to. Now, what I'd like to do as well, I'd like to say, is I'm very excited about the Neo stash. It turns out that the secret stash is moving down the street to
Yes,
a
and that's
bigger
what,
and brighter place.
Yeah, that's what Neo means. It means new. That's,
Exactly.
Like the
And
Neo-Babylonians.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for having history. You're falling to the history side of the.
No, I'm
So
not.
so that's
What I'm
very
looking-
exciting.
What
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to is my favorite band is helping the environment.
What is your favorite band?
Oh.
No, yeah.
What, BTS?
No.
No.
That's
What is-
his favorite band.
No. So
No,
it's
That's
Pink
yours.
something.
Yeah,
Yes.
Blackpink.
Black. Well,
Well,
I got the pink part.
yeah.
What are they doing for the environment?
No, yeah.
So they, in their old concerts, they used to like, when they're like, you know how people, they have like fire and stuff? They're gonna stop doing that and help world leaders.
They're going to help world leaders.
How?
How are they going to do that?
I don't know. I didn't watch the full video.
Okay. Well, you know what?
Ask-
If you watch the full video for our next podcast, you can give us a full report on that.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, one of the things I'm looking forward to, I hope, and I think there should be you're not going to like it, Terrificon, that we're going to go up. Okay, we'll talk offline on this. I'll make it up to you. Also, I was scheduled to be at the TESD. That's
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Tell him, Steve Dave, exactly. I was scheduled to be at the anniversary, which has been rescheduled. So I think it's very exciting to look forward to these things. But one of the important considerations is that we want to make sure that we're safe and we're sound and we don't do anything too soon because, we don't want there to continue to be a surge in COVID, right?
Oh, and also all the old people now are getting their
Vaccinations.
Yeah.
Well, as well they should. The people who most need it should get it first, right?
Are our grandparents gonna get them, Daddy?
Well, your
Grandmother already is
gra-
getting hers.
grandma's gotten hers.
I don't know yet. I think
She's in
like,
line, and
yeah.
and I've been talking to Grandpa and Grandma
They
to
need
make
to
sure they
get
get their vaccination, and then what we'll do is we'll talk to Dr. York your doctor, and I'll talk to Michelle, my doctor, and we'll figure out when we can get it, when appropriate.
But I think what's gonna happen is like you guys are gonna get it first, and then the kids can get it last.
Yeah, I think
because
you're
we're
correct.
the strongest, technically. But
Well, yes.
well, babies are gonna get it, obviously.
Well,
they're not gonna have a good time.
We'll see what happens. So, and then
Parents out there, be warned. There'll be a lot of screaming.
okay. So,
Oh yeah.
have you made any resolutions, Max?
No.
No.
Except I have to spend more time with Ducky and Sweetheart.
With your stuffed animals.
Yes.
I'll tell you.
I've had Ducky for about 12 years and I'm not stopping.
Well, hey, these days, do not underestimate a good stuffed animal, right? Okay.
And let me say this: Ducky is now a pancake.
Yeah.
Because he's in love too much.
Yeah. You have certainly
You might all
loved Ducky.
You love, but I'll have the last laugh of this. You know when you yes, I'm just,
Ducky's like a pancake.
Okay.
He's got no
We have-
stuffing left in his body.
You know,
He only has it
wait
in
a
his
minute.
feet
Wait a minute.
and
Wait
his
a minute.
head.
Have you ever heard the story of the Velveteen Rabbit?
oh yes, I've heard that many times before.
Well, and what's the premise of that story?
Even though he pretty much didn't have anything left, he was still loved in the end.
And by loving him so much, he achieved a certain kind of life.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is the
Yes,
love.
I love Ducky, but I'm
he
saying
he is somewhat of a pancake, but it's Max.
Yes, I know, but that's kind of
I
mean.
love Ducky too, but you've loved
pancake.
Ducky quite a bit.
You should hear Ducky's voice, Max. Do Ducky's voice.
Can you do
yeah.
Ducky's voice for us?
We're calling Ducky right now.
Hi, Ducky. Hi.
It's not Ducky's
Okay,
voice.
we need more than that. Do some more Ducky.
Yep. What are you doing now? Not much.
Okay. See, once
Ducky,
again,
have you
once-
hurt Sweetheart?
Man.
and who is Sweetheart?
My monkey.
Okay,
My
so
Velveteen monkey.
once again, we see a emergent talent for voiceover coming out of Max. So
Yes.
something we can work on. So Dena, do you have any New Year's
My New
resolutions?
Oh,
Year's
yeah.
resolution is hopefully my teeth move fast enough. And
Your what now?
My teeth move fast enough, and I can get these wretched metal
Yes,
boxes off.
yes. What you're alluding to is that you got braces. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? We're fortunate that we have Dr. Sanford in Bridgewater to help us out and to do a great job. I mean, honey, he's
Hey,
doing.
you didn't have to get braces, so yeah. You didn't.
I did not need braces, but the fact is that
Yeah, you don't know how much they hurt.
I
They don't
I
hurt,
don't.
but like
I
they
don't.
feel.
I
weird.
don't.
I can't have gum. I can't have caramel. I can't have lollipops. My
Okay,
favorite candy.
but your teeth are going to be perfect. So in life, there are trade-offs. What happens is you have the braces, the discomfort of the braces, but you're going to have the benefit of your teeth being fixed, right? Right?
I'm gonna have a benefit of a scraped up gum.
All right.
Not
Well,
gum,
you know what happens. You know what happens. In my work, most of what I do is I look at trade-offs. If you do this, what benefit you get? If you don't do this, what is the negative outcome? And in life, what you have to do is you have to look at, if I wear, I wear the braces, I'm going to get a benefit over time. And no, I don't know what it's like because I didn't wear braces, thank goodness. But I know it's tough for you because I know you can't have the types of foods that you like, and I appreciate that. However, by doing this and following Dr. Sanford's rules, you're going to have a benefit of your teeth are going to be fixed, right?
Can't have tacos or Doritos.
Well, you know what?
He never did like tacos. He liked the burritos.
I was thinking about that because that's one of the things I can make pretty good, right? How about we get soft tacos?
Like burrito thingies?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that works.
Would that work?
Yeah.
There are no problems, only solutions, right?
Actually, I don't
put
know.
Daddy's quote there. You can put Steve Cooper.
Why don't I do this? I will contact Dr. Sanford's office, and I will ask him, or one of his associates. Thank you, Max. I will ask the office what ingredients to soft tacos are okay and what are a problem.
I
And
can't have corn chips. Like
okay, all right. So what happens is that we will avoid corn chips, but maybe there's a substitute we can do for it. And what happens?
flour.
What?
Flour.
What?
Flour.
Okay. So
Flour, like chips that are made out of flour.
Well,
I do
look-
have.
how about I do this? How about I talk to Dr. Sanford or his associates, and I see what ingredients are okay, and I will get them, and we will try a Dena Taco Tuesday. Okay.
Okay.
All right, then I'll do
have
that.
tacos special for Dena.
What?
We have taco special for Dena.
All right, well,
And,
it will be. You know what? It will be special for the three of us because we're a team, right? Team Greenberg.
Yes.
Okay.
And now that
Okay,
brings to
let me just say
yours.
something.
What's that?
How come 2 years ago I got my braces off, right? You still continued to give out toys and pencils for Halloween.
Okay. That is a philosophical issue. What I believe is that it's just something I like to do. And actually, there's a comedian in California whose dad painted a picture for me. Her name is Jackie
Oh
Cation.
yeah, that one.
And Jackie's husband, Andy, who is a very smart guy, a brilliant game designer, Andy gives out toys too. What I think is that everybody gives out candy. And what happens is you can,
No,
people...
but no.
No,
You
no,
don't
I'm
give
baby
out
entertainer.
toys. You give out pencils.
Well, pencils are okay.
Pencils
You
are
can get them for
toys.
99 cents.
What?
You can get pencils for
for
99
99
cents.
It's not an issue. It's not an issue of how much it costs. Honey.
Also,
for example,
Also, Daddy, you have toys from Daddy's just I can't remember what, but he went to the store and got the jumbo packs of them.
well, because what happens is
And a lot of them
there
are
are
Batman toys. Because
there
that's
are
just
certain
trademark.
people. There are certain people who are allergic to, peanuts or other things. By having toys, everybody can get something. So there's a lot of different benefits. Also, to tell you the truth, if there's no candy in the house, I don't eat candy. So it's a benefit for me.
But
Everybody
wait,
wins.
wait. We have ice cream in the house.
And Daddy eats them.
I do eat ice cream. I do eat ice cream.
Why
That-
don't we make a
that-
super secure vault that no one
okay,
can get?
all right.
We have to make a
All
Citadel
right.
vault.
Okay, I fess up. I do eat the ice cream.
Okay, now we have a New Year's resolution.
Because do you know what?
Daddy.
Let me explain something to you. What have I told you? Haven't I always been honest with you? Even now on the internet, I've admitted that I eat ice cream, and even that might be embarrassing to me. But I always try and be honest with you because honesty is the foundation of our world. And the problem is that a lot of people are not honest with each other, and that doesn't mean be mean or cruel. It's just, you don't have to, if someone is not looking great, you don't have to say, you don't look great. You can say, hey, is something the matter? Because maybe something's going on. So the fact that I admitted to eating the ice cream is an important illustration of why I always try to be honest with you two. Do you understand? So that being said, do you have another New Year's resolution?
Yes.
Please.
My New Year's resolution is to stop eating Kit Kats. They're really, really bad for you.
Well, can you eat Kit Kats with your braces?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's chocolate wafers. Oh, and I also really don't like QB-Do.
I don't know what that is.
It's a German chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is that you're going to stop eating something that's not. You're going to try and eat more healthy.
Yeah, and also look up facts about animals and French fries.
Okay.
French
All right.
fries.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
So are you going to start
Oh,
eating
and
more
also-
vegetables?
Oh, I already do.
You do.
That's good.
Yeah, and
You
I
eat
also
more vegetables.
Yeah, that's actually true. I discovered this that I really, really like. I really like hemp hearts.
What now?
Hemp hearts.
Hemp hearts.
What
Okay.
are those?
Well, then I will put it on my any list.
what
and I
are
will get-
hem parts?
Oh, okay. They don't taste like anything.
All
That's
right.
why I like them. They're little tiny seeds. They're like
How
okay
is that
to
a
eat.
But I have those. I have the. That's what I have. Chia seeds, and I have others. And
Oh, I don't like chia seeds.
Okay,
I
but
like hemp hearts.
I have them.
Do you know what hemp hearts are?
I do. They're in the cupboard. I have hemp hearts. How do you eat them? Really?
You
Can you-
swallow them whole.
With your braces, you can eat them.
Yeah, I just swallow them whole.
That can't be good. All right.
That's why they probably don't
Well,
taste
you know what?
like
That's
anything.
that's
They
for
not-
that's
they
for a
don't
further
taste-
discussion.
They
So-
don't taste like anything.
Okay.
See, made me mommy was like, you need to try these,
Okay.
and so I tried it,
All
and
right.
it was good.
All right. So I have before
Oh, yeah.
before I go through my New Year's resolution, Ming, do you want to join, or do you have anything? I don't want to keep you part of the
I
conversation.
mean, I always try to podcast more, and I don't know if that's even possible, but yeah. I think I'm gonna. You know what? I'm taking a page out of your book. I want to be more like New Stew and at least get it some kind of walk or some kind of activity
Okay.
in every day. That's very inspiring
Well,
for you guys.
And not eat ice
That
cream?
is and not eat ice cream. That's
and not
right.
eat
Let's
any
not-
I don't know.
candy at
Let's
all.
not go that far.
Let's not get crazy.
Let's not go that far.
Well, what happens is today is day 730 of New Stew, and what that is on January 1st, 2019.
It'll be 2 years.
I decided I was going to walk at least 30 minutes a day or ride my exercise bike 30 minutes a day. And so far, for 730 days, I've done that.
That's amazing.
Well, thank you.
That's amazing.
And what happens is some days I do more, some days I do less. I mean, unfortunately, I had a little bit of a knee issue over the last couple of weeks, and quite frankly, in getting out and walking, I felt better in stretching my knees out. So it was a fortunate circumstance. But
Did you pull a muscle in your knee?
I might have, I don't know, but
You should get it checked out.
I should, but
go to
I'm
the
I'm
urgent
feeling better now. And but my resolution is to continue New Stew and also related to the ice
I
cream
know.
issue is we're all going to eat more healthy, right?
And have ice cream.
As a
Yeah.
treat,
Yes.
as a special treat. You know
Only
what?
once
You know
every
what?
3
You know what?
months.
Yeah, I have an idea.
What?
We know that Grandma and Grandpa, especially Grandpa, loves ice cream.
Oh my
So
God.
maybe we can have when we go visit Grandpa. We're socially distanced and we wear our masks, but maybe we can bring.
They forget like every time they go
Okay.
out there.
All
go
right,
like-
they're trying. So, but maybe what we can do is we can make a trip to Grandma and Grandpa. We can bring them some ice cream and we can have it together. And that way, we're not depriving ourselves of ice cream, but we're using it as a special occasion.
I don't like that.
Okay.
We should have ice cream as
Every
like
3 months.
no.
Okay. All right.
I
okay.
think we should.
No.
You've hit
You're
you've
extreme.
you've hit a nerve. So okay, don't worry. Don't.
Well, actually, I'm kind of afraid of ice cream now. I heard a really scary story about it.
Oh, really? You might want to tell us that.
Oh, okay. You want to hear it?
Scary story.
So ice cream back in the 50s had poisoning in it, and if you were at an event, then like they hadn't figured out how to do the milk properly. So if you were at an event, then you might want to be careful because most kids and adults would die from it.
Where are
You
you?
can
Where
search it up.
where are you getting this
Where is
information?
this happening?
None of these will.
Oh, I know
What's
this
that?
is happening.
Where are you getting your information?
The internet.
No,
From where?
old pictures.
Old pictures. You know what?
It's it's YouTube.
In the
It's gotta
spirit
be.
No,
of
it's not.
in the spirit of a true and honest news system, let's research that before we make those pretty audacious claims.
So now, if I had to do something, I would not eat ice cream. I would have candy, just candy.
Just candy.
Yeah, Sour
Okay,
Patch
so we can
Kids.
just
Mhm.
Okay,
Something I
so
Okay, is it
Is there any now? This is the last podcast of the year.
I just wanna say
we're
that,
closing out 2020. What are your
I'm
thoughts?
so happy.
I just wanna say that I've really enjoyed all the podcasts in 2020, and I hope that we can do big collabs and have more of these
and
very
hopefully
nice
not have to wear a mask anymore.
That would be great. So,
Oh my
so
God.
Max, I have to congratulate you. You've been really a good sport, and you've contributed a lot of information.
Yeah, I've only had legit one up to here, and I've had
my
more.
God,
So
you-
But
was
I
very
really
many.
okay. Hang on, one moment. I really appreciate everything you've done because you've really made a great effort on being a great podcaster and adding knowledge about areas that I'm not familiar with. So I appreciate your efforts. And Dena, I want to tell you that I very much appreciate your efforts too, because not too long ago you didn't even want to appear on camera, and now you are an active participant in the podcast.
You should have-
And I know this is something that as an introvert you find difficult. I see the effort you're making, and I certainly appreciate it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I think that,
that's
I have one more.
you have one more thing?
resolution.
Okay.
Be more mean to Max.
Be more mean to Max. Well, you know what? It's a long car drive home. I'm sure we can quote unquote discuss that in the car.
Yep.
So
Oh wait, is it merch time, Daddy?
No.
well, it
please
is
don't,
merch
please don't.
time.
We
Thank
have
you.
some new fashionable We have new fashionable single
Those
black
are
pens.
not fashionable.
Very fashionable.
Excuse you. Those are like the epitome of
the
fashionable.
Illuminate STU-ing it logo. Very nice. Very reflective.
Yeah.
And we have it in bigger. And we have it in a bigger
Keychain.
Yes.
Oh,
there-
God.
yes. And we have it in a keychain.
And then we
Yeah.
have
Magnets.
magnets,
And they work. May I
and we
show one?
have
Yes, and they actually work. See, they're
yeah, they do.
Actually, you know what?
Check.
As
and then they have
wrapping.
stickers and like holographic stickers as well.
Okay,
So
whatever.
if anyone wants any of this merchandise, if you send me a message on if you direct message me, we'll work out how I can get this to you. I what I would appreciate is just a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I will send this your way.
And it's very nice as well. It can also be a very good gift as well.
Yes. So what I'd like to do, Ming, thank you.
Wait,
What?
before we sign off,
Yes.
as like a 2020 recap, Daddy, please tell everyone how you chose your name for your podcast, STU-ing it.
How I chose it.
Yes, it's a very interesting name.
Well,
Nice.
it was basically it was at Terrificon, and I was with Tina Ramos talking to I don't know if I'm going to say his name correctly, Charlie Slatter, the actor, and we were talking about it, and I was getting ready to go on for the first episode with you and Mike Ming.
Wait, it happened in 2020?
Max,
no,
no
it was-
interrupting.
It was in 2018, and what happened was I was going to call this a big bowl of stew, and Charlie said,
It would have I actually like it.
I hate it.
"Well, Charlie said
It's
no."
so stupid.
So
Yeah,
what,
he's
what
right.
I
It's
what I
stupid.
what I'd like to say is that
Oh yeah.
we got the name from Charlie, we got the logo from Ming, we got the
Song from Dan, and
the-
we have the research division from me.
exactly.
No,
So,
you're like
So-
nothing but like a participant.
but what I'd like to
Wow. That's
So-
dark and grim.
okay, we're gonna have a closing
Okay,
commentary.
bye everyone.
Okay, so what I'd like to say, Ming, it's a pleasure.
I'd like to say something as well.
Okay, please,
Oh.
Max.
That I'm very happy for this podcast. If it wasn't here, we wouldn't even have. We would still be in the house. So
Okay.
yeah.
So what I would like to say is, I really appreciate everything you've done, Ming. I really appreciate the podcast studio. There's so many. I can't name everybody, but KP Burke, the guys from the Point Blank podcast, Nick Franco. There's just so many people that are not only just, associates, but my friends now. So you're to be congratulated in not only having a studio, but building a community, a network. So excellent work. And, Max and Dena and I are committed to, another year of podcasting.
And maybe I might start one. I'm thinking.
And what we're discussing,
I can't wait for everyone to hear mine. My new podcast, hopefully, is gonna be called Exposing Max.
Or it's gonna be bullying.
I have so many
but
behind the scenes on it.
It's
just
gonna be
to-
so much bullying of
okay,
me.
just to say this, Ming, that you've inspired Max and Dena to want a podcast, which is pretty awesome.
Yes,
I'm
I'm
only,
talking about sports.
excuse me, I'm only podcasting to get the word out that
Okay, that's
Exposing
so.
Max
You
is fun.
you are rough on your brother. I'm telling you. So, in any case,
Now I am.
Maybe
This
it's
is
the
what
other
having
way
a
around.
twin.
Or maybe
Okay,
that
This
it's
so-
just
is
his
what
yellow
having a
teeth.
twin looks like.
so should we wrap it up?
I am
Should
not
we
mean.
should we wave bye to everyone?
Happy
New Year.
Yes, from Dena and Daddy, I'm Max.
Oh,
Okay.
Max, this has
Nina.
been the STU-ing a podcast. We'll be seeing you in the new year.
no,
Thank you,
no,
everyone that's been a
No.
part of this.
Max doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
For
I
this.
just
All
want
right.
to
Thank you, Ming.
He thinks he's famous.